Welcome to the Tea House, everyone. This is your girl, SASSYTEA-V from the 803. Remember, all things on this channel is alleged, in my opinion, and we are covered by the Copyright Act of 1976. What I give may be subjective, it may be objective, but baby, it is in my opinion. So sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. Come on in and get classified with SASSYTEA-V.
Yo, it's SASSYTEA-V from the 803. Beauty, brains, and heart, she's the one to see. A nurse on the grind, health tips on lock. She'll keep you laughing while she heals your block. She's got the love, the wisdom, the fun. Wife, mom, grandma, all rolled into one. Selling alive, a product that's lit. Stay healthy, stay fly, yeah, she's making it fit. Hit subscribe, y'all, join the Tea House crew. SASSYTEA-V's got it all for you. Impressions last in TVT. Come vibe with the queen of the 803. Hit subscribe, y'all, join the Tea House crew. SASSYTEA-V's got it all for you. Impressions last in TVT. Come vibe with the queen of the 803. Reality shows, she's breaking it down. Commentary so real, she's the talk of the town. Nurse by day, but all-time fly. You'll be rolling on the floor when she's cracking that smile. Hit subscribe, y'all, join the Tea House crew. SASSYTEA-V's got it all for you. Impressions, laughs, and TVT. Come vibe with the queen of the 803. Yeah, SASSYTEA-V's got the tips, got the laughs, got the vibe. Join the fam and come feel alive. Yo, it's SASSYTEA-V from the 803. Beauty, brains, and heart, she's the one to see. A nurse on the grind, health tips on lock. She'll keep you laughing while she heals your block. She's got the love, the wisdom, the fun. Wife, mom, grandma, all rolled into one. Selling alive, a product that's lit. Stay healthy, stay fly, yeah, she's making it fit. Hit subscribe, y'all, join the Tea House crew. SASSYTEA-V's got it all for you. Impressions, laughs, and TVT. Come vibe with the queen of the 803. Hit subscribe, y'all, join the Tea House crew. SASSYTEA-V's got it all for you. Impressions, laughs, and TVT. Come vibe with the queen of the 803. Reality shows, she's breaking it down. Commentary so real, she's the talk of the town. Nurse by day, but all-time fly. You'll be rolling on the floor when she's cracking that smile. Hit subscribe, y'all, join the Tea House crew. SASSYTEA-V's got it all for you. Impressions, laughs, and TVT. Come vibe with the queen of the 803. Yeah, SASSYTEA-V's got the tips, got the laughs, got the vibe. Join the fam and come feel alive.
Hey, y'all. What's up? What's up, everyone? How you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing good. I'm here. Honey, I meant to come earlier, but y'all, let me tell you, I had so much going on today. Had to go to the post office. Greta had to send your stuff off. I had to send another person's stuff off. I had to go to the dentist because I still have this sore on my mouth, which comes to be like a little bone spur in my mouth. So he took care of that. Still a little sore, but not as bad. Okay. So how y'all doing? How are you guys doing? Stick with the glasses that makes you look like a teacher. Oh Lord. No, Miss Greta. Really? I don't like glasses. I don't like them. I wear them because I'm waiting on my you stuck in traffic. Ugh, I know that feeling. Don't ever speak to a member. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna finish it. No, don't be rushing me because you got yours. Baby, I already started mine. You bye. I got this. Bye. When he do something, he want me to do it. Oh no, we don't work that way. Thank you, Dot Willie. Atlanta traffic is terrible. Ooh. Mm-mm-mm. When I say it's the worst, it is the worst traffic ever. So, y'all remember all things on this channel. It is alleged, in my opinion, it is for learning, it is for teaching, it is for entertainment purposes only. If you guys have not joined the channel, have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. It's absolutely free. Okay, it's free. But if you want to join, it's $4.99 a month. Okay, $4.99 a month. Members, we have a trip coming up in January 2026. From the 20th to the 25th is for members only. You have to be a member at least 60 days. And it's, more details will be coming. Okay. Why everybody talking about Kenya now? Thought she was off the show. She is off the show, but there's a great debate that everybody says, was Kenya vindicated or did Kenya go too far? Did Britt go too far? I think they both are grown women. They should have had a conversation. That's my thought. Jamaica, Greta. Jamaica. Montego Bay. They did. Both went too far. They went too far. Hey, Miss Cheryl H. Tubb. Hey, divine virtuous woman. Y'all come on in and hit that like button as you coming in the building. Come on in the room, okay? Hey, divine virtuous woman, Mrs. Shirley H. Tubb, my girl, Greta Lee, my mod member, Alicia Murray, Jonetta Speaks is my member, Dot Willie, Clamp God is in the building, Sharon Godbolt, Veronica Monroe is in the building and a member, Betsy Clay. Let's see. Rabbits Running. Bernadette is in the building. Jonetta Speaks again. And Dot Willie was the first in the building. Hi. Hey, Bama Girl 012. Y'all welcome. I may have to go on that Jamaica trip. Need more details. I'm a member for life. Yep. We'll have more members. We'll have more information. I will post it. I'll do a members only, and you guys will get all the information. Hey, Latricia L. Yes. Hello, my member, Rose Armstead. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. How you doing? Y'all come on in the building. We're going to talk about this because I found some interesting information. And I think this is why Bravo did what they did to Kenya. Okay. A lot of people say, well, why didn't Britt get suspended? Why didn't Britt do this? I don't favor Britt. I'm not careful. I'm not a Britt fan. Let me make that clear. Greta says, why we flying out of Atlanta for Jamaica? Yeah, I'm flying out of Jamaica, out of Atlanta. Whatever the prices is cheaper. If it's Charlotte, I usually fly out of Atlanta. Hey, Paula DePrey, my member, Roblox player, Britt lied, she did. But we're gonna look at it from a legal standpoint. I'm gonna try to present it in a legal way that makes sense, okay? Because what I found was he not only exposed Britt, but she actually exposed somebody else. That's a problem. Do y'all get what I'm saying? That's a problem. She exposed Britt, but she exposed somebody else's body part. That is a problem. Georgia have laws against the act, and they are strict. Divine virtuous woman, they are strict laws. They worse than any laws in South Carolina. I don't understand why Britt was coming for Kenya. I don't either. Because I feel like she was told to come for Kenya. I do. I do. I feel like she, in my opinion, I feel like Britt was told to come for Kenya. I do. And just like Kelly went for Portia. But the difference between Britt and Kelly is a grown woman who can actually have a conversation. Britt went too far. Yeah, it's a felony. It is a felony in Georgia. Kenya was wrong for showing those images, period. Yeah, it is a felony. And Britt could have sued. Yeah. Whoever's in that picture could have sued because Kenya had no authority to do that. This when you start doing that, you start playing with people. Even though those pictures were out before, I heard that she sued before. Okay? I heard she sued the person that did it. Alleged. This is what I heard now. I don't know how true it is, but that's what I heard. And but Kenya was dead wrong in my opinion. Because for one, she has a child, she needs the income, and she's seasoned. She should have never done that. And she was like ramming on and on. I mean, the way she was, I'm that bitch, I'm gonna be that bitch. I'm like, what is wrong? I was embarrassed. I was too, Clap God. Hey, Teron. I was like, oh my God. I was like, no, I know she ain't gonna show this, but they showed it. Okay, they both should be suspended. True, but I'm gonna tell you, Alicia Murray, how they're gonna argue that. If you go back and listen to Britt, she said that's why inside she was actually talking to Kelly. Kenya is lacking a maturity. She's very, very immature to be as old as she is. It was disappointing. It was. So the first time she mentioned a pow, it was Kelly's like, girl, we got to get out of here because, you know, we in the bad. If you go back and listen, she said, this ain't a good area to be out here fighting or fussing or something, Kelly said. And she said, yeah, that's why I keep my pow. That's when Kenya heard it. Then they went outside. Kenya and her husband was like, why are you acting up? Why? She's a bee. She didn't have to do all that. Britt was doing too much. What got her in trouble was when she was outside of the bank. And she said, that's why I keep a whip and a PP, okay? A pistol, a pistolet, okay? And you know, she was doing too much. She was doing too much. But my thing of it is, Kenya took that as an opportunity to get at Britt, too. They were in the bank here at the bank. Yes, at the bank. And so Britt said that her aunt had just died. She had a whole lot of stuff. I guess she just lost it. I don't know. But I didn't agree, not 100% that she shouldn't have said that. But I think Kenya used it for her advantage to try to get Britt off the show because the first thing she said, she got to go. Yeah, people say they never saw a pop or felt threatened per the people outside of the cast. They were that were there, it appears. Yeah. They said that she was just talking. She didn't have it. No one saw it. She never presented it. She was just running off at the mouth. Kenya should have known better. Yeah, Rose Olmstead, I agree 100%. Some people don't agree, but I'm an older. Back in the day, if you from the cut, you tell somebody that, that's one thing. But when you become of when you become an older person with wisdom, with children, with grandchildren, with businesses, you make different, choices. Kenya made a bad choice. She could have got Britt back, or she could have sat down with Britt with an apology and read her for filth. But she chose to show Britt in an intimate section with somebody else, and that's a felony in Georgia. Britt could have put that girl in jail. She could have. And I don't know what Kenya was thinking about. And she did it on her grand opening, knowing that salon is not open. Okay, that is crazy. Greta, both of them are going to be homeless. Yes. It seems Kenya has a pattern of triggering people from observation. Right, Divine? She did that to Portia. She did it to Nene. She done it to Phaedra. When she couldn't get the Phaedra, she started messing around. She started doing that to start messing with Apollo to get a reaction out of Phaedra. Okay? Kenya is, that's why I think they went ahead and suspended Kenya, because Kenya has done some foul-ish. Kenya has done, and then she'll turn around and she'll claim she's the victim, just like she's doing now. But Kenya had a choice. She didn't have to do that. She could have read Britt eat it for filth. All she had to do was say, yeah, I meet her, but I'm going to meet her with everybody else. And she could have read her for filth. That would have been even better. But to do what she did and to bring somebody else's body part in it, that is a felony in Georgia, and they don't play. Britt could have put her in jail. She still could do it. I remember Kenya was flirting with Apollo. Yes, Kenya went gutter for no reason, right, Greta? A lot of people don't believe. They said, I'm not taking up for Britt. I'm telling you what the law say. As a matter of fact, let's read it. Let's read the law. Okay. Here it is right here. It can be all too easy to make a poor decision in a moment of anger. However, decisions involving sharing explicit images of someone without their permission can have long-lasting consequences. It is also too easy to have someone go into your phone or computer and send images that look like they're coming from you when they're not. Yep, see, you can do that too. And that's been done before. It says the offense is also a felony, regardless of whether it's a first offense or not. If the images are posted to any type of adult site, speculating in such images as the website peer-to-peer. And that's what Kenya did. She did peer-to-peer file sharing. She shared it with her team. Her team sent it to her. That is a felony. That is a felony. That is a felony in Georgia. You cannot do that. Peer-to-peer. So her team found it, sent it to her. That's electronic to electronic, peer-to-peer. Kenya can get a felony charge. Hey, Paula, my member, this is not the first time. Kenya always just want to start something. Yes. And no, Kenya was never vindicated in my opinion. I'm sorry. Hey, Glenn Davis, how it could revenge porn when we all can Google the pics off the net. These weren't private pics. Y'all overreaching. It's not about being private. It's about the sharing of them. You can go Google them and you can look at them, but when you download them and share them, that becomes a private file. That becomes peer-to-peer. And in Georgia, it is a felony. Go look it up. Yeah, no, we're not overreacting. I'm telling the truth. It's right there in black and white. See, people don't realize, yeah, you can go look at naked pictures all you want to. But when you start sharing that ish without permission and posting them and letting other people see them, that's when it becomes a felony. Kenya did that and she showed it to people without permission. And that is a felony. Georgia don't play with this stuff. No, Georgia don't play. You got it back?
Yeah, I got it.
Now I need my seat up.
Yeah, let's see what look at.
How about that? You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
You need me to open the trunk?
I come and get that one.
Okay. Sharing without consent is a felony crime in Georgia and most states. Georgia is the worst. I tell y'all, can't get caught drunk driving your ass. You're going to jail in Georgia. I'm just saying, Georgia is just one of them states. They got the GBI. They got all this stuff. They don't care. They will lock you up and keep you in a cell until it's time for trial. So Kenya, she went too far. She went too far. Britt went too far. They went too far. And it was embarrassing, y'all. It was embarrassing seeing that. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh my God, Kenya, you look like a ravaged wolf going crazy in there in your business. But people don't think, okay, this is your livelihood and you doing this, right? Nah, you don't do that, honey. If you're a businesswoman, you don't let anger take over your money. I'm sorry. You think it is a joke? Yeah, this is not a joke. That is crazy. Now, I don't care. You can go look at the pictures, but when you start distributing those pictures, that's why the people started walking out. They didn't want to be a part of it. Yeah, because they know the laws. The laws in Georgia ain't no joke. I'm telling y'all. See, right at Alicia Murray 2009, when a guy in Roswell, Georgia got mad at his ex and posted her photos, Georgia put the law in place. A person cannot take a picture or use it without permission. Yep. Again, here is the black and white. This is black and white. Transmitted defenses Georgia consent from the depicted persons. Proof of consent from the person being shown in the transmission will be complete defense. See, you got to show one thing about it. You got to show you got permission. If you can't show that, you're in trouble. Martell, I wish you had been in Atlanta. It wouldn't have taken this long. Oh no, Martell been locked up. Martell, hey, Sexy Diva, my member. Wow, do you think Kenya would be arrested? I don't know, Elizabeth Harrison. I don't know. Because at one time it was said that she was going to arrest Kenya. If I ran to find out, if you want to play right, you know this is just something you don't do. So people don't understand. That's why Bravo had to make a choice. Which one is worse? What Kenya did, both of them were worse. In my opinion, they could have had them sit down, talk it out. They could have talked it out, and Kenya could have read the girl for filth. But no, to me, Bravo incited this. So if Britt wanted to sue, guess who case is stronger? That's all I got to say. It goes with the strongest case. Guess who else is getting sued for the exact same thing with the Vanderpumps? Bravo. The Vanderpumps, somebody on the Vanderpumps did the same thing, and they in a big ass lawsuit right now because of this. Because of this. So Kenya, that's why they had to let it go. That's why they had to suspend her, because they already in the lawsuit. Greta Lee said, if you use to harm or harass it, has additional charges and sentences. Yes. Martell will be locked up. Martell about to learn in Alabama about putting revenge porn. I'd be glad when he learned, because that's one that needs to learn his lesson. Because that ninja right there, he think he can get away with anything. Hey, Patricia Dixon. That's why people started walking out. They didn't want, no, even Portia was like, oh no, you ain't gonna give me a part of this. Everybody know if you live in Georgia or got family live in Georgia or you a frequent, you know Georgia laws ain't for you, especially not for us, okay? What they care about putting you in jail in Georgia ain't nothing, nothing. Hey, Elizabeth, Nashonda Fields, hey, Kenya had so much mouth about Martell Holt and did the same thing, but worse, yes, printed it in front of strangers. This is what, yeah, you can talk junk, but when it comes to your contract, when it comes to your business, when it comes to your money, when it comes to your child, Kenya just looked all over that, all over it, all over it. She come in, she tried to apologize, Kenya ignored it. Kenya was so driven by revenge, she didn't care. Now she want to get out here and says she is a victim. Like always. No, you're not. You participated in this just as much as Britt. And even more, you should have been the more adult to not even participate in it. But no, because you got embarrassed in front of people. And you sat there and say, well, she threatened me. She said she had one. She didn't call your name. The insinuation don't stand up in court. Sorry. Let's see. That happened to a young lady I know. Her friend took her phone and sent personal pictures out and was charged with a felony. And who wants a felony on their record? On their record for the rest of their life. Can't get a job. Mm-mm. Nah, no. You can't get a job. Sorry, y'all. Something on my lip. You can't get a job. You can, and you're gonna be no, Kenya, that was a bad choice. Sorry, bad choice. Kenya is way older. She should have used better discernment. That was ridiculous. She knows the young girls gonna be coming after her on this show. For her to do that was just downright. it was childish. Okay, it was childish. Britt did not threaten. She stated she had one. That's what I said too. But she took it like she threatened her, and she didn't. She said, that's why I keep a PP and a whip. Now, Kenya took that as, I'm finna get that ass fired. That's exactly what she took it as. She almost 50 years old, shaking my head, grow up. Right, Dominique? Don't nobody want to see that kind of mess. It's already enough mess on these reality shows. When we watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, we want to see some kind of class. Kenya took it to the gutter. I mean, straight trash juice, dumpster juice, just gutter. You went low light, love and marriage, Huntsville. Sorry. Ain't sorry. You went worse than Martell. The one that you called out. Bree didn't threaten her. No, she didn't threaten her. She didn't threaten her. She said, that's why I carry a whip and a PP. Inside, Kelly said, that's why another thing, I think they cut Kelly from saying what she said. Kelly said, girl, we got to get out of here. All this noise and stuff. You know we in Bankhead. She said, yeah, that's why I carry my pistol. Kenya heard that and used it. Then she got outside. She was still talking. Then her husband, where my husband? Where my husband? She should have just let it go then. I agree. She should have let it go then. Hey, Juju, knew my member. If around to find out with a felon, you can't rent, buy, or find a job. Too many things you can't do. Felony is like a death sentence. It is. And you can't get it off your record, period. You cannot get it expunged. Whether you think you can or not, you cannot. Hey, Brittany Janae. Hey, ADR. Has something new happened? Didn't this unveiling of this Britt's girl Nick kid pics happen a bit ago? Isn't Kenya fired or from back there? Yeah, but you know how we got to talk about it because we really didn't see the magnitude of what went down. But the way what got me was the way Kenya was acting. I mean, Kenya was there. I'm like, is she high? Is she drunk? What's wrong with her? It was embarrassing. I'm sorry. I was embarrassed and I wasn't even there. I was embarrassed. I was like, oh my God. My daughter's like, why is she acting like that? I said, I don't know. She said, oh my God, Mom, no, she didn't. I said, yes, she did. She said, my daughter told me, why black women got to be like this? She said, don't nobody want to see that. Well, she did. It did not threaten her. She stated she had one. Yeah. Hey, Kim Jones. Hey, Lionel Seiler. It appears when Kenya is hurt, she seems to hurt others, and she may need to reflect on her actions and responses because she's too intelligent and beautiful for less. Right, Divine? She's a beautiful woman. She could have took the high road. She didn't have to do that. Kenya had a choice. No, her hair salon is not open. Mm-mm. After that, I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't go. Kenya didn't threaten with deadly weapons. Bravo is wrong. You can threaten, but if you ain't got one, that don't hold water in court, Glenn. We're talking about the law. What Bravo look at the law. They ain't looking at what, okay, was there a weapon? That's what the lawyer gonna ask. Did you see a weapon? No. So they can take that as hearsay. So what? She said it. A lot of people say a lot of things, but if it wasn't on the property, and she didn't show it, and she didn't point at that woman and say, "I'm gonna get you," even though it was intended for her, you got to prove that, and you got to prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt. But what Kenya did, she did it on her own. She enjoyed it. She kept on doing it. The girl tried to apologize. She didn't take the apology. She did it, and she did it out of malice. That's what would get you in locked up for a felony. I don't care how much you go out here and say you got a pop. If you ain't got one, that ain't gonna stand up in court. But what Kenya did will, and what Kenya did was share that from peer to peer, not only peer to peer, but she printed that shit off on an electronic device, put it out, and showed it to strangers and her peers. That is a court case. Period. Other forums, I trolled onto the some Roja forums, and some coined this as Team Twirl versus Blicky Britt. LOL. Y'all have to know what word Blicky means. Yeah. Great evening, Sassy. To you, Justine Battle. Hello, hello. Correct 100. Hey, Aries Love. Hey, it's Sassy chat. So the thug and worker was exposed, but Kenya did neither. Got it. Huh? Oh, wait a minute. I'm not understanding what you're saying, Aries Love. At Sassy in the chat. So the thug and sex worker was exposed. Exposed, but Kenya did neither. I'm not understanding what you mean, Aries. Everybody know who Britt Edie is. Everybody. If you want to, everybody in Atlanta know who Britt Edie is. Okay? Period. It's not about exposing somebody. You can expose somebody by just saying it. But when you show it, that's a whole different story. See, Kenya got a daughter. What if that girl had locked her up? Who would have got her daughter? Mark. Come on. I mean, I'm looking at this as from grown woman to grown woman. I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at this in a lawful way. That's not good. Someone in the chat said Kenya home is in foreclosure. She lost over $1 million a year on Roja. She said she spent Brooklyn college fund on that clothes salon. Hair care isn't selling. Yeah, and they pulled, after that happened, they pulled it from Sally's. And that was her biggest hair care, Sally's. That's where she made all her money. She ain't making it no more. I don't even know if it's in Walmart, but I know they pulled it out of Sally's. So what Kenya did was shot herself in the foot, because you don't take your anger and you don't take malice to your job where you make your money. You get that girl on the outside of your money. You ain't gonna stop my cash flow. Not with that. That was immature. That was not business etiquette. That was trashy. I'm sorry, Britt. Britt was trashy for saying what she said, but did she have it? No. She should have thought that thing through, baby, because that was not good. I don't like for us to act like that. I don't either. Hey, Shay, what's up, little bit? How was the prom? Hey, Tay, my member. I mean, her fans saying they didn't do this and that to Phaedra. Newsflash, Phaedra was fired, and so was Carlos King. Yep. Beauty does not equal brains. Right. Oh, I thought I was psychic and had predicted something before it happened. Like Deja, he's so crazy, ADR. Hey, Tish the Great. When the way when it first happened, Kenya said it was a lie. Didn't she issue a statement saying she would never do that? Yes. You right, Tish. You right. Bash, hey, you are right about Martell about to learn. And Kenya went to the dark side. Just my I feel like she did, y'all. It's the way she did it. It was just ugh. Yeah, I'm sorry. I would have had to leave too. I mean, them people were getting out of there. That guy was saying, he's like, ugh. It was embarrassing to even watch it. I'm sorry. It was embarrassing to watch. For her. For Kenya, it was embarrassing. Oh, she did not plan that situation. She did. Did you hear what she said? She said, so me and my investigative team, I wanted to know who is this hoe. So me and my investigative team, go back and listen, we found out who the hoe was. She did this. Kitties, Kenya stunk her good. Don't come for the queen, period. And production had to know what Kenya was going. They should be fight. Well, Kenya had a choice, Clamp God. She could have not done that. Because it'll tell you, you can say, nah, we can do it, but we're not going to do it this way. I'm going to do it that way. And Kenya ain't nobody queen. Kenya love the crime victim. Kenya could have did a lot better because she's seasoned. Kenya could have read that girl for filth, but she went gutter. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. I expected more from Kenya, but this is Kenya. Okay. She gonna be 100 years old doing the same shit. You expect growth, you get none. You can dress up a pig, but it's still a pig. You can do this, you can do that, but her actions, because Kenya has not went through therapy and been healed, everybody, she gonna come for everybody that comes for her. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with a good read. I would love to see Kenya read that girl for filth. But Britt was wrong too, but that Kenya went gutter. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No matter what you think, I'm on the law side. And the law, she broke it. I don't care. Come for the queen. They were coming for the queen, all right. With the clanks and jail key, turnkey boss, turnkey. They finna clank a clanker. Okay? You can't be doing that kind of stuff. Mm-mm. Kenya been a mean girl, bitter, and needs to address her childhood trauma. Right, Audrey Clark? People want to say, oh, that's the girl. I don't care about Teen Twirl. Teen Twirl about to go to jail if she didn't stop that. Cynthia was honest and let her know that was wrong. You could see fear in Kenya's face. Yep. In Kenya's eyes, after she calmed down and realized what she did, and she started saying, y'all, not only did that, she kept walking up to people. See, and people was walking out from her. That was embarrassing. Oh, y'all, that was embarrassing. I'm sorry. That was embarrassing. My niece was so pretty. Her dress finally came, but the makeup artist canceled still. Everyone turned out nice. Oh, I bet she was gorgeous, Shay P. Don't get frustrated at Sassy. We can disagree in this one. I'm not going anywhere. Also, people being confirmed Kenya for what she doesn't have. She got her spicy tongue and they can't handle it. True. I would love to see Kenya just drag her to the mud with a filthy reed. Okay, that's what we live for. Are the reeds? Okay, that's what we live for. I didn't want that. Hold on. That, why?
They too small. They back to road.
They too small.
They be back to road.
Oh, you got the receipt?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, they ain't gonna fit. What I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna clean the ones.
Let me go to Ross. I'll see if I can see something in Ross. Okay. Sorry, y'all. That's right. Don't get frustrated at me. I got my Aries. Look, I got my opinion too. And I'm telling you, hey Carla, Carla, my member, Kenya has always been dressed. If she felt threatened, why not go? Thank you. If she felt threatened, why not? Why didn't she go and call the police? Why didn't she put a warrant out on her?
Put that up so you don't lose. That's the receipt.
Okay, I got it right here. I got it. Why she go and get a what you call them, a protective order? Why? If she felt threatened, why didn't she go get a PO? That's all I want to know. Because if somebody came to me and say they threatened me, and I'm a reality star, I'm going to get a PO. I'm going to get a warrant for that ass. Then I'm a reader. Okay, Kenya has always been dressed up garbage can. Yes. Agree 100 and Maria Spicy Tongue, we welcome. Not showing all personal photos of someone else. Right, Divine? I love a spicy tongue. She could have read that girl for filth. Ooh, Kenya could have drug her through the streets by her thongs. Okay? She could have drug her through the streets with her thongs on. Okay? But Kenya went too far on this one. Exactly. I wanted Kenya to read Britt for filth, not dimmed her own light at her grand opening, shaking my head. Right, Brittany Janae. I was like, dang, the girl just, how you gonna do that? How? Yeah, Kenya is too emotional. I'm that big. I'm always that big. I'm still that big. And yeah, production knew. Production knew, but Kenya also could say no. Kenya could have said, "Nah, I ain't doing that," but y'all put us in a different. I'm gonna read the hell out of them. I'm gonna take her flowers, and we're gonna have a sit down, and I'm gonna read her for filth. Oh, I would have loved to see Kenya read that girl. I've been like, ouch, ooh, Britt, you got road rash because Kenya just drug you. But this, I don't like that. I just like Kenya to grow up and do better. She got a beautiful daughter. What if somebody did that to her child or did that to her? Remember when Kenya pulled the chair from under Ken Fields? I was done with her then. Yes. Kenya she go after people who she think will not read her back. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Divine. It's crazy. Also, the men of these reality shows are still working on different shows. Yep. Haley Bia, Bia, Kenya fell on her own sword. She did that. She cut her own self up, child. She did. I was like, Lord, have mercy. I got a headache. I did. I was like, this can't be real. Kenya, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. That was embarrassing. Now she out here with tape on the mouth. I'm like, what is wrong with you? This was not good. So I was looking for, nah, not really. No Nene, no. Baby, until they bring her back, it ain't gonna be no Roja. Period. Okay. I'm just saying. Now, Angela is good for TV. Angela Oakley and Charles. Kelly isn't even good because you don't even know what Kelly gonna bring. Britt, nah. Of course, Portia. Shamia is definitely good for Real Hot. We need some old schools back. That's what we need. You never win when you play dirty. And my Nene voice, that's right. I was yelling at the TV. Kenya, why? Kid Aries, me too. I was like, no, don't. I was like, oh my God. And me and my daughter both looked at each other like we was there. My daughter got up and told my son, I can't do this. This shit is nasty. This is just below deck, dirty gutter. And she went in the kitchen. She's like, no. I was like, oh my God, she did it. And she kept putting it in people's face. It's like, can you drink poison and expect the Britt to expire? Yeah, I don't know what, Maria. Child. My hairdresser told me about Britt 2 years ago. Shapey, I know Britt, honey. Britt. Girl, Shapey. Britt is a fart. That hot ass over there. That she's a fat. That is hot in Atlanta, buddy. Whoo, child. Yeah, Shapey. She got a little. Britt got a nasty name, baby. Ugh. I heard her, you know, the word in the ATL is her husband used to be her imp. That's what they say now. I enjoy Kenya's Club. I enjoy that. I don't enjoy stuff like that. I enjoy good reads. I enjoy good reads. I enjoy, you know, good smart remarks and stuff. This right here, I don't enjoy that because I don't enjoy that. I don't. Kenya is too old for that. She too old for that. She ain't got no excuse. She killed her own business. She got a daughter she got to provide for. She on a TV reality show. She just condemned a man for doing the same thing to his wife, but she turned around and did the same thing. You know why she did it? Because she been getting away with a lot of shit over the years. Bravo didn't let her go. But this time she crossed the line. She crossed the line. I don't enjoy none of that. That wasn't enjoyable. That was cringy. This London by law. Hey, it's true. It is. She crossed the line. Why didn't anyone snatch them boards from Kenya? Child, JP, everybody took out. They were like roaches when the lights come on. They were like, oh shit, oh. No. Portia took out all of them. Michelle Atlanta even said, She said you can see everybody like coming out. You can hear Kenya in there still ranting. It's a mess. She twirled right off the show. She sure did. I'm mad that her name is Britt. Britt, we're going to call you Janadian. People went outside ASAP. Yes. She didn't expect that. She thought everybody was going to be laughing and cutting up. These people was gone. The women were like, oh. So I come to your grand opening. I come to your to get my hair done. What is something wrong with me? Next thing you know, nah. Peach Juice has done worse up to this point, and so has Faye. Yeah, but Faye got fired too. But Faye, she went on the words of a producer. But guess who's back? Faye. Cause honey, if Kenya was on there along with Phaedra, oh, the Reeds, honey, the Reeds. Woohoo. The Reeds, okay. Now Kenya is mad at Portia because Portia had dinner with Britt. I said, Lord, these women. Hey, Mary Brown. Hey, Sassy and chat from Cali. Someone should have spoken up and told Kenya she was wrong. Well, Cynthia did. The other lady didn't threaten Kenya. The lady said she had a pow pow. She never said it was for Kenya. Nope. Kenya took that for herself, and this is why people do that. If you gonna go back and listen, you'll never get it. I listened to it. I slowed theirs down. Okay, open the doors. This is too much. Elvia, too much. Too much. Too much. The women were hypocritical. Bravo ratings went up because of Kenya. I ain't gonna say that. I think it was the situation. I mean, didn't it even dawn on her she went too far when folk were running up out of there? No, she kept trying to force it on people like, see, look at this house, look at this house. Don't come for the queen. I do this. I'm like, this sounds crazy. Glenn Davis, it sounds crazy. And I appreciate your your comments. I do. I love having a good debate like this. Thank you for joining. I hope you subscribe. Seriously, I like that. I like Glenn. Even though I don't like Kenya, he's cool. She's cool, he's cool. Brittle was looking directly at Kenya when she was running her mouth, the pow pow threats on camera. True. I think production set Kenya up. I do too. The way those poster boards were positioned, the production seen them, in my opinion. I am not bothered. Kenya knew about it. She could say no at any point in any time. She did not want to say no. She could have said no at any point in any time, but she didn't. I also feel that they both should have been suspended. Britt said it at a bad time. Yeah, she did. But if you look at production, don't look at it from how we look at it. Look at it from Bravo. Which one can get a charge in a lawsuit? Because she said it and there was no evidence of one, or because there's evidence and this girl did it intentionally? Georgia don't play about them laws. Let's just be honest about it. That's why they let Kenya go, because Kenya went too far. Britt should have shut up. She might have should have been suspended a couple of episodes, but I would have seen a good read any day than this. I don't want to see this. Hello, are these producer CK friends, or did she get this idea from CK? She might have got it from him. You know, he a dirty old something, honey. Sounds like Kenya has bigger problems to worry about keeping a roof over her head. Yep. My stylist been on a lot of sex doing hair, and Britt's name is something nasty. Ain't it, Shapey? Ooh, Shapey. Ooh. Mm-hmm. And she when this what set Britt out. Cause Britt knows she's a thought and 3-0, been in them streets for a long time and been dropping it high and spreading it wide, and anybody can get it from inside and outside. And you know what I'm saying? When she called her a peasant, see, I know it wouldn't have set me off. I'd be like, ooh, peasant would have been like more like a present, baby. I mean, I probably would have got on Kenya there, but Britt knows who she is, and that's why she got upset. Cause Kenya look at her as trash. Kenya looks at her as trash. Period. Rachel just got put on hold. Once Candy was out of options, they brought Phaedra back. Yep, Audrey. They never wanted to let Phaedra go. Bravo loves Phaedra and Portia. I mean, didn't it even dawn on her? I don't know, Maria. This is crazy to me. Hey, Alice Shaw. Kenya shouldn't invited Britt. True. Well, think, well, she did invite her because she said it was open invitation. So, hey, Kendra. Oh, I like the way you spell your name. That's cute. Did Kenya actually hear Britt? Because Kenya was walking out the door talking at the same time. Kenya would have checked her then. Thing. Yeah, when Kendra, I agree. I agree. I think she heard her on the outside because y'all know she said it twice. Britt was talking to Kelly because Kelly told her, girl, we got to get out of here. We in Bankhead. She said, yeah, that's why I brought my power. I keep a power. Kenya was talking and working out the door, but the second time, I don't know what triggered Britt to say that again. I don't know if it was her husband talking, telling her she doing too much or what. In court, if there is no evidence to charge, the charge is invalid and thrown out in Georgia. The case was more of hearsay. She said, period. The pictures are valid. Thank you. That's my whole argument. The pictures are valid. Hearsay, she say. If it wasn't there, that won't stand in court. People were still standing around too. So it didn't seem like a real fear, it appears, right? Nobody ran, nobody took her down. Peach Juice literally told her castmates that one of them were going to toss her salad during the Bolo episode. Come on now, true? But that's different from y'all, that's different from what we seeing. That's different from what we seeing. Kenya did wrong. Y'all can, I mean, everybody can agree to disagree, and I get that. But to me, in my opinion, she did wrong. That was wrong. You expect better from Kenya. Even Portia, even all her castmates said it. Okay, all her castmates was like, they did not expect this. They expected better. Okay. So, you guys, I am going to end the live because I have to go take these things back from my husband. But I will try to come back a little late. A good lawyer will prove this isn't revenge. It was revenge because it was malice, Glenn. Look at the intent behind Kenya. The intent is what? Yeah. The motive was to degrade her. That is revenge, Pete. There was a motive. Hey, Angelita, I agree with you, Sassy. Kenya showed explicit porn. That is different than tossing salad. Yes. Thank you, it's London. Yes, Kenya was wrong for showing the pics at her establishments. That's all. Yeah, she shouldn't have never showed the pics, period. I don't care if they was out in 100 million people, she shouldn't have done it. Hey, Lisa Foster, see you later. Validation needs stand on no opinions nor needs an argument, right? It's not revenge because it's already on the web. It's revenge when you download it and send it peer to peer, Audrey Clark. See, as long as you watch it on the web, it's fine. But when you put it into a phone, which is, if you steal somebody's phone, that's a federal crime. Y'all didn't know that, did you? So whenever you download something and you send it to another person out of malice and you print that shit off and send it in front of people without their consent, that is a crime in Georgia. Yes, ma'am. And I think the only reason why Britt didn't charge her is because of this. It's a crime. Y'all got to look at it on the law side. It's okay to watch it and not print it out, but when the moment you download that stuff and send it to your peer, it becomes a crime. I had a feeling Kenya called her a peasant. I hadn't watched it yet. Yep, Tay, she called her a peasant, child. That thing was funny. I was like, oh, she mad. Whew. I don't understand if y'all understand me. Duggar got years in prison for downloading pics like that. The moment you can watch it all day long, at the moment you put that ish in your phone and you send it, that's a crime. You didn't give nobody permission. Yeah, everything is out there in the internet forever. But the moment you download it and you do it out of malice, it's a crime. Period. Hey, Teresa Wright, my member, did Bree choke? Bree wasn't there. She walked out because she tried to apologize to Kenya, and Kenya ignored her and pulled them pics. So Britt said, you know what, I'm going to leave. And she left. But Kelly was like, oh my God. So that's the truth. Read the law. I showed it to you. It's in black and white. So from a business standpoint, from Bravo, this is what they had to look at. Not what we look at and not what we think we should have done. Nah, this is a business. Sorry. I wish my girl DG was here. You know, she's a prosecutor. She know. I know. Well, I'm telling y'all, the one that hits back always get caught and in trouble. It depends on how hard you hit. Because okay, say if somebody hit you and it's just a hit, and you turn around and pop them in the head with a shovel and hurt them, and they injured for life, you going to jail. Just say you can hit back. Kenya hit back would have been just to read her for filth, but she went way beyond and did what she did. Period. That's all I'm saying. Protect Queen King and our child, please. She ain't my queen. But anyway, see, Teach the Great, trying to understand the same people that wanted to boycott OWN to have Martell fired and making excuses for Kenya. Right. Ain't no excuse, honey. That was wrong. It was wrong, period. I don't care if a man did or a woman. That was wrong. Kenya was wrong. That's why Martell in the mess he in now, and Kenya could be still in that mess if that girl wanted to press charges. It can stay on the internet as long as you don't press, as long as you don't download it in your phone, as long as you don't print it out, and as long as you don't show nobody. It's fine. But the minute you do it out of malice is when you get your ass in trouble. Point blank, period. I'm just saying. With that said, I'll see y'all in a little bit. Y'all have a great day, and I'll be back later on. Okay? Bye, y'all.